Hey everyone, it's Johnny, your independent Scentsy consultant. Welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to be talking about a Walmart wax haul, not a Scentsy wax haul, because I was at Walmart grabbing some supplies and I wandered into the wax aisle, which is always a bad decision for me. So, I picked up some bars for us to smell through. I've not smelled them before, so a lot of these I believe are the new collection. I think there are 6 new ones from Sensationals that I picked up. I found 3 from Better Homes and Gardens. I believe there are 4 from the larger collection, but I ended up not finding the 4th one, or maybe I just missed it. And then I picked up some from Mainstays as well for us to sniff through. And then one that I think is a returning fragrance from Sensationals, but I've never smelled it, so we're going to smell together. So let's dive right in. Let's start with the Sensationals ones. First one up is Juicy. This is a nice kind of like reddish wax. It's kind of like a berry colored. Very berry and oh so sweet are the notes. And in our picture here, we see like blackberries and blueberries and strawberries and raspberries. Looks like a floral, like cherry blossom in the corner. And maybe some like, I don't know, it's boysenberries or something. I don't know. Let's find out. Okay, so I was actually worried that this was gonna be like really sweet, cloying fruity, and it's actually kind of like a mixed berry, like almost slightly tart berry. It's almost like I get a pomegranate raspberry vibe from this. It gives me almost a little bit of like a mulberry vibe. So like Scentsy's Mulberry Bush was like a scent that came back recently, and that had citrus in it. But it's giving me a slightly similar vibe to that without the citrus. You do get a lot of the raspberry. You do get like, it is like a more tart berry. It's not just a sweet, like obnoxious strawberry sort of scent, which is I was worried about. There's more bite to this. It almost gives me a little bit of like that, you know, if you get like a blue raspberry Slurpee and you get that like sort of like sweet but tartness from the blue raspberry vibe, it's kind of like that, but it's not blue raspberry scented. I do get a mix of like a deeper red berry with the tartness. So it is more of a heavier berry scent, which I kind of appreciate. And then I do get like a mouth-watering quality as I'm smelling it, I'm salivating a little bit. Like if these were fresh berries that tasted like this, I would be all over this, like like nobody's business. It kind of reminds me a little bit of like, I'm trying to place my sniffer on it. It's not as sugary, powdered sugar tart berry as like Aladdin's Three Wishes was. I'm trying to think of a scent that we had recently that might be similar to this. I think the closest one that comes to mind is Mulberry Bush. But again, there's no citrus in this. It's more just berry. And it's a nice blend of like fruity and slightly tart, and pomegranate is probably in here. Oh, that is really good. I had very little expectations of enjoying this scent, and I really liked that one. So hopefully that smells like that on warm. Next we have Moon Magic. This is raspberry and peach florals. Nice purple wax. If you've been around here long enough, you know that I'm not a big peach fan, so this will be interesting to see. I do get a burst of fresh, like slightly aquatic floral right off the gate. Not so much raspberry and peach. Let's smell the bottom of these. Oh, there's the peach. You know, I will say the raspberry, it's kind of like a sweeter raspberry. And it kind of tones and mellows the peach a little bit, which is nice. because I'm not like super big on peach scents. But you get a lot of that like aquatic floral going on. Like white florals almost. This kind of gives me a little bit of like down the aisle vibes from Scentsy from their Moment by Moment wax collection. But one thing I will say about this is it kind of also reminds me of like a shampoo or like a body wash, like a floral, slightly fruity body wash. It doesn't really strike me. I mean, I don't know exactly what they were going for with it, but I don't know. I guess moons are supposed to smell like body wash. It's a nice scent. I don't think it's particularly like, whoa, I need to warm this right now, but also it's not like a, oh God, why did I pick this up sort of bar. It's just kind of like a forgettable, aquatic, floral, slightly sweet note scent. But that's Moon Magic. Not super keen on it, but again, not mad about it. Next we have Take a Hike. This is Cool Waters, Fresh Air, and Pine. Oh man, pine. Hello. Whew. I should just know by now anything that says pine in it, I just shouldn't just shove my nose right into. All right, so this is like a very like masculine body wash. Oh, that is pine. Whew. Oh my God, I'm gonna need like coffee beans after this one. This is very strongly pine. I get like a slight like refreshing note to this. Slight like crisp menthol sort of vibe to it. That's kind of like sinus clearing, like there's that cooling vibe to it, but there's a whole lot of pine in this. I don't even know why like pine is the last one. Oh, I guess it's probably in alphabetical order. Cool Waters, Fresh Air, Pine. So CFP. Yeah, this is like menthol and pine to me. Oh, I guess it would give you that like fresh, like mountainy, wintry air without like snow on the mountains. Like it's a nice winter day. It's cold, it's crisp, but it's not snow filled. This is kind of what I guess I would get from that. Oh, but that is a whole lot of pine. If you don't like pine, stay clear from that. That is like predominantly pine with like that weird like cooling menthol thing. Maybe that's what they mean by cool waters. It's menthol waters. It's Vicks Vapor Rub and pine mixed together, now featuring for your delight or not. Next, let's move on to Vanilla French Toast. This is What's for Breakfast, and I see berries and creme fraiche and maple syrup. I have a feeling this is going to be interesting. We'll find out. You know, it actually kind of smells like French toast. It smells, you do get the maple syrup, I will say that. Oh, but not the bottom of this bar. Oh, no. Ooh, let's just stick to the top of this bar for now. Okay, so you get like a maple syrup vibe. You get like, you know when you do the egg wash for a French toast typically, and then you put the egg washed toast in your skillet to cook, right? It has a little bit of that cooked egg / bread vibe going on, which is interesting. There is a almost like it almost gives me a little bit of like Cap'n Crunch vibes, honestly. Like it's not an authentic sort of French toast scent to me. The bread isn't particularly authentic. It gives me a little bit of that like artificial French toast, artificial burnt, like golden honey toast sort of vibe going on. No fruit notes whatsoever. So if you're like, oh, there might be berries in this, absolutely not. There might be vanilla. There's definitely like a kind of not so pleasant buttery note to this. Yeah, it adds like a richness to the otherwise like slightly burnt toast note. And the maple syrup. I don't know. I'm not. Does it kind of smell like French toast? Yes. Am I like, would I want this to be what my French toast smells like in the morning? No. But we'll see. Maybe it'll like be a little bit more smooth when it's warmed. But on cold, oh, that's also so far the one that I thought I was gonna not like out of them, I actually really enjoyed smelling, and the other ones so far have been like womp womp. All right, cookies and cream is next. I was really excited about this one because I am obsessed with cookies and cream flavored just about anything. Well, that's not true. There's certain things I've tried. I'm just like, those shouldn't have been cookies and cream. But life is sweet, enjoy a treat. I don't know that they're gonna nail this, but we'll see. Okay, I get sweet cream and frosting. Which it does kind of smell like the sweet cream or the cream component of cookies and cream. I will give them that. I'm actually thoroughly impressed. There's a vanilla note to this as well, so it's like a vanilla sweet cream. I guess I get like a cookie note to this, but it almost gives me like a milk and cookies kind of vibe more than cookies and cream. And I guess this is one of those harder ones to emulate in a artificial sort of scent because cookies and cream has like somewhat distinctive, slightly cloying sweet cream scent to it. And they do nail that pretty accurately, but the cookies component doesn't remind me of like Oreo cookies or what they're showing here. It's almost like a cookie dough or like a sugar cookie or just like a fresh baked whatever cookie like chocolate chip cookie. It's indiscriminate cookie note as opposed to being more like this is like an Oreo cookie sort of cookie. I do think it's somewhat accurate on the cream component to it. I think it might end up being too sweet because the cookie note is not, there's not like a good chocolate sort of vibe or dark chocolate vibe to kind of mellow it or to balance it. So it's almost just like the cream part, not, yeah. I don't know. I like it. I don't know that I'm going to love it. I don't know if I'm going to want my whole place to smell like this, but I am going to try it because that's what I do. Next, we have Feelin' Cozy. This is Crisp Apple, of Wormwoods and Crisp Apple. Oh, now this, let me tell you. I want this all the time, all the day and night. Oh my goodness. This gives me... There's like a cozy, cashmere, cozy cardigan sort of vibe to this. There's like a musk quality to it, or like a blush sort of suede, something like that. No florals, but there is like that, it's a golden apple, so it's not like a juicy, like Johnny Appleseed, like mouth-watering red, like Perry apple sort of scent. This is like that warm, golden, sun-kissed apple, like harvest apple. Not tart, but not like overtly sweet and juicy. Like it's that nice golden, like if you were to bake apples without any other seasonings on them, or like you were going to make applesauce apple, like, oh. Or like a crisp apple on like a cool morning in fall, ooh. And then you get like that warm woods or whatever they call it, and it kind of gives me, oh, this is so good. It almost gives me a little bit of like plum and white woods vibes, minus like the plummy raspberry note. It's more of like the apple instead of that. But it's a similar sort of like route. And then you have like a cashmere, flannel, cozy sort of vibe. This is really good. Okay, this is a winner. This is, if this smells like this on warm, I'm going to have to stock up on this like nobody's business. All right, next we have this one. I don't think this is a new release from Sensationals, but it is Apple Pumpkin Donuts, and it looked interesting, so we're gonna smell it and find out, because I like apples and donuts, and I guess I kind of like pumpkin. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That's like apple cider right there. I get apple cider notes to this. This is very, very apple cidery. Pumpkin, I guess I do get a little bit of pumpkin. But it's more like apple cider and like a sugary, it's almost like a gingerbread note to this. I do get ginger. Yeah, it's like a gingerbread donut almost. And then apple cider's on the top. Yeah, that's so weird. It's like how it's made. It's like you get this weird gingerbread dough. It's like short, like gingerbread, ginger snaps or something. Like it's like, there's a slight sweetness to it, but it's very gingerbready to me. Heavy on the ginger, like the ginger spice. And then you get like cider notes, like apple pumpkin cider more than you do like apple pumpkin donut. So this is almost, I would almost say this is more of like a winter scent than a fall scent. Like I was expecting more like fried dough notes and like, I don't know, I just get apple cider and gingerbread. like you know how you get those gingerbread cookies and they're like just slightly dusted with like powdered sugar or something? That's kind of what I get from these. Or you know what? Maybe it's not gingerbread. Maybe it's molasses cookies that I'm thinking of. Yeah, there's a more molasses vibe to this. I still smell ginger though. Ginger molasses? I feel like that's a terrible, I might not be, but anyways, it doesn't give me donut. Like, I don't think it screams donut to me. I think the more I smell it, the more I'm convincing myself that there's like a donut quality to this. It smells more just like a ginger molasses powdered sugar sort of thing. And then like apple cider. It's not bad, but again, it's not really what I expected it to be. All right, let's move on to mainstays. I have 4 here. We have pumpkin weather, bourbon pecan pie, salted caramel butterscotch, and cashmere mahogany. Let's start with pumpkin weather, shall we? This one, you can see it. This one does not have any scent notes. Oh, but this reminds me of something. I get pumpkin, obviously. I get apples. I get some sort of like fall spice. It's like a very muted fall spice. But then I also get like a dried leaves component. So it's not, it's like if you mixed like an apple pumpkin scent with painted leaves or some sort of like fall, maybe not crisp fall leaves. That scent was kind of gross, but like apple pumpkin with like a fall dried leaves sort of scent and like a pinch of spice, that's what this scent would be. Ooh. And it also reminds me of, it kind of gives me like first day of fall from Scentsy vibes. Not quite as heavy on the spice per se, but it gives me like that leaves meets pumpkins meets whatever outdoorsy. It's not bad, but I'm not like, ooh, oh my gosh, have to have it. Next we have bourbon pecan pie. I don't know why I picked this one up. Oh, I don't know why. You get bourbon for sure. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Who decided this combination smells good? Okay. You get a lot of bourbon, and it's a spiced bourbon. Oh, there's like a really gross butter note to this. Like, oh, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like not caramel, but it's like butter. It's like caramel that wasn't quite caramel. Oh. And then you get this weird sort of like sogginess, I want to say. So like, how to best describe it? If you've smelled blueberry cheesecake from Scentsy, love it or hate it, it generally starts off with like a big burst of blueberries and like a weird tartness because for like the cheesecake quality. And the longer you warm it, to me, it personally smells somewhere between like gross curdled like expired sour milk, or it smells like wet dog, or a mix of both. When the blueberry disappears completely, that's just kind of what you're left with, in my opinion. This is kind of giving me like that it's been warming a while blueberry cheesecake where there's no blueberry left, but there's like this weird overwhelming like rich but also slightly pungent note to it. Oh god, I can't smell this anymore. That was just too bad. It literally does the same thing for me. Cannot recommend this on cold. I will still warm this. God only knows why. I will make sure I have cotton cleanups nearby so that I can go out of the warmers, but that is just not a vibe. No, no, no. All right, next, salted caramel butterscotch. Let's look at this one. I'm hoping this is going to be similar to salted caramel toffee from Scentsy. Kind of. Okay, so it is similar to salted caramel toffee or whatever it's called. Now I'm getting them both confused. Our scent from Scentsy is more buttery and light and sweet. This definitely is the butterscotch. So you get the caramel notes, but you also get quite a heavy butterscotch note. And it's not much else other than that. So if you're not a fan of butterscotch, I don't think that this is worth getting because it is very, very butterscotchy. But if you do like butterscotch, I think this could be nice. It might be super rich, though. I do get a lot of buttery note to it. This may be something that if you mixed with, like, a cake scent or something else to mellow it, or, like, a fruity note, this might be a really nice combination mixer. On its own, which is how I'm probably going to end up trying it, I don't know that I'm going to be, like, super in love with it. But, it definitely lives up to its name. I'll give it that much. And then we have Cashmere Mahogany. Da, 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 da. I hope I love this one. I think I'm going to like this one. Oh my gosh. I love this. Ooh, there's like a smokiness to this too. This is what I wanted African mahogany from Scentsy to smell like. There is the mahogany note, the rich, deep mahogany wood note. There's a almost like fresh lumber sort of note to this, or fresh cut wood note, which is heavenly. There is a slight smokiness. Think like Bonfire Beach, slightly smokiness. It's not a heavy smoke sort of note, but it's definitely there. It gives me like that little bit of like that campfire-y sort of vibe. And then there's like the cozy, like cashmere, like fabric sort of like flannel blanket sort of vibe. Oh my gosh, this is amazingly cozy and yummy and warm and everything I want it to be. If this warms like it smells, I am going to buy the entire shelf of Walmart of this. I'm just going to go online, or I'm going to go to the store and just raid them of cashmere mahogany. That one, and probably, what was that one from Sensationals? Feelin' Cozy. I might raid the shelves of both of those because they both smell divine. All right, let's move on. I have 3 of the 4 Better Homes and Gardens. These are from their larger premium collection, whatever you want to call it. I think there's a 4th one. I didn't pick it up because I didn't know which it was, because the 3 that I did pick up seemed like fall scents. So I think the other one is just like a random blend. Let's start with pumpkin and chai. These do have scent notes. This one says ginger, pumpkin, allspice, clove, nutmeg, cinnamon, toasted cassia, and black tea scent notes. So, let's take a whiff. Okay, so I definitely get the ginger and I definitely get the pumpkin. And black tea spices, chai spices, if you will. It is very accurate to that. It definitely reminds me of Scentsy's pumpkin chai. I wish I had that tester out because I would want to compare the two. So on the top here, I get more pumpkin. Like, I get more pumpkin and ginger. And I feel like it's pumpkin and chai. Whereas, I think Scentsy's, if I recall correctly, is more of like a pumpkin chai. Which sounds slightly different, but it's like, this is like, here you have a pumpkin, and then here's your chai. Whereas Scentsy's is like, here's your pumpkin chai latte or whatever it is. I think it's more of a blend versus this one where it's like straight up one and then straight up the other. Because on the bottom of the bar, I get like almost all chai spices. Like you get everything that I would associate with a chai tea or a chai blend. And it's pretty spot on. I am actually really curious to see how this is going to warm because I do like chai spice. I wasn't like super huge fan of Scentsy's pumpkin chai, but who knows? I'll maybe warm it again and see. But pumpkin and chai definitely lives up to the name. I will say with this brand, love or hate the wax cubes or the hardness of the wax or whatever, the scent notes and the scents tend to be, in my opinion, they seem to feel a lot more sophisticated and refined than their cheaper, smaller cubes, shells, whatever they're called. All right, moving on. We have fir balsam and plum. This is plum, blackberry, currant, fir balsam, clove, thyme, amber, applewood, and tonka. Oh my goodness, so many scent notes. All right, here we go. Okay. Ooh. I do get the thyme. There's a weird herbal note to this. That's the thyme, probably. Not sure how I feel about that. I do get fir balsam and like a blackberry plum sort of note, maybe currant. It's giving me Just For You vibes from Scentsy, but instead of being more berry heavy and less tree heavy, this is almost more tree heavy and herbal with the added fruits to it. Like it's in the background is the berry rather than the forefront, which is definitely fir balsam, and that sort of thyme just like bites at you. You definitely get an herbaceous quality. I do pick up some on the amber. Applewood, maybe if it's smoked. It is a very, yeah, I guess I can get the applewood in here. If there's tonka in there, the tonka's probably the cherry finish tonka more than, let's say, a vanilla finish. A clove. Maybe it's the clove in here that's bothering me. I don't really smell a whole lot of clove, though. I get more thyme and fir balsam. So this is definitely a tree scent more than a fruity scent. I'll be interested to see if, like, when I warm this, if more of the fruity notes come out. But at least on cold, it does smell a lot more medicinal and tree-based. So that's that one. And finally, we have pink fig and spruce. This one is pink fig, blood orange, holly berry, peppercorn, allspice, nutmeg, birchwood, and spruce. All right, let's find out. Oh. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, God. Are we sure that this isn't Scentsy's Cloudberry Dreams in just like a different form factor? Like it's even the similar color. There's no peach note in this. But this is hollyberry, so that could be like what's giving me that sort of like quasi peach note that Cloudberry Dreams kind of has. You get the blood orange. Oh. You do get I guess fig. It's just another like tartness, sweetness. Peppercorn. I do get a peppery note to this, like as I smell it, like there's a peppery tinge. I don't know that I get nutmeg or allspice, but I do get the spruce for sure. And maybe I pick up birchwood. I'm not sure on that one either. Yeah, this smells like Cloudberry Dreams plus Very Snowy Spruce had like a baby, and this was it. I don't know that I'm gonna like this, but I also think I'm gonna probably like it more than I liked Cloudberry Dreams from Scentsy. But it's very similar vibes to that. I'm not sure if I feel like Spruce and Cloudberry Dreams is a good combo, personally, but that seems to be what this bar is going for. I mean, I don't know. We'll try it, obviously, but I don't know. We'll see how I feel about that. And that is basically my little mini Walmart haul. I think my top standouts here were definitely Cashmere Mahogany from Mainstays, Feeling Cozy from Sensationals, Surprisingly Juicy from Sensationals, and then runner-up contenders would be Pumpkin Weather from Mainstays, Cookies and Cream has possible potential, and then maybe from the more premium ones, I would say Fir Balsam and Plum was probably my favorite of the three that I just smelled. But other than that, the other ones were kind of like, we'll see. So hopefully this was helpful. If you were curious about these scents, if you've seen them in the stores, if you've warmed them, please let me know what your thoughts are. Do they smell like I think they smell? Do they change? What's the deal with some of them? Let me know in the comments below. And if you are new here, consider subscribing and staying tuned for future videos from yours truly. Thank you all for tuning in. Hope you have a great day, and I will see you in our next video. Take care, guys. Bye.